Welcome back, students. I hope you are doing well. This is yet another lesson, and this is history and government. So we have been talking about the development of industry, and I know this is a question which is always very, very common. So before we talk about the industrialization and also the development of industry in the European countries, basically we are supposed always to understand the uses of sources of energy that were used in those industries first before we move any further. And these areas are always there in perpetual history in government. It's always an area that must always be there. And if you look at this, it's always there in section B, and part of it in section A. And I hope you will understand what it is. So it's an area which is very simple to understand. So this is our first 7th lesson, and this is form 2. Then we are going to talk about the uses of sources of energy. We are going to talk about steam. Last time we talked about oil, we talked about coal, and etc. I want us to talk about steam, talk about electricity and solar energy, if the times allow us. Then that will be the end of this lesson. And I am Mr. Mboya as usual. So I just want us to look at the lesson objective. At the end of this lesson, what are we going to obtain? So at the end of this lesson, basically what we're going to look at are those sources of energy. Very simple to understand. Very, very simple to understand. So let's look at the third one from previous one. It was oil. And we talked about much about oil and how the diverse of oil uses based on petroleum, based on oil, regular or diesel, based on even the crude oil used in tarmac. That's just what we learned last time. Let's look at the steam. What was the steam? I think in the coal, which was the first one, we talked much about the use of coal. Coal was used to heat water, and water could produce steam. At the kitchen there, when you are heating that water, when you are boiling that water, what you can see, that's water vapor, that water in gases exchange or gaseous state, that is what is known as steam. It was used to provide energy in the industry or during industrial revolution in Europe. Mark, you understand that we've been talking about the industrial revolution, and the first continent where the industrial revolution started was in Europe, and Europe basically Britain. So steam was basically a boiling water turned into what? Gas. Just the same way I would say it was used for the first time around 100 AD after the death of Christ in a steam power engine developed by the Greek scientist known as Hero. So there was somebody, inventor, and he was a Greek known as Hero, was the person who invented that steam engine. Then in 19th century, Thomas Savery, there was somebody known as Thomas Savery, Britain built out a steam engine which could pump water out of the coal mine. When you talk about steam, it's just connected to the coal. Coal was also another source of energy that was being used. So that was how steam engine was invented. But what it's very important in exams uses, we will be asked to give the users or state the users of steam steam as a source of energy during industrial revolution. These are what these are what the uses are. One, it was used to drive heavy machineries in factories. And when we talk about heavy machinery, it was just turning turbines. Turbines were those large round machines used in the factory to help in locomotion, to help in movement of the product or materials in the industry. So it was used to drive machines, and those machines were all about turning turbines that generate power for industrial use. And this was could be split into different use. For example, driving, spinning, and weaving machines. So all of those machines were using the steam power. Then the next use, which is the second one, according to the screen, you can see that it was used to pump water out of the coal mine. Just the same way illustration that we said when you are talking about brief history about the inventor of the steam engine. which was later invented by somebody known as Savory. So that Thomas Savory is the person who came up with that machine which was used to pump water out of the coal mine. So it was used in steam power locomotive and ships were used. Ship used the steam energy or steam power, and even the locomotive such as train. Then the next use was that the massive temple doors in Egypt were only opened using steam. So there were some of the kingdoms of the world which were having very heavy doors, very heavy gates that could not be opened or closed manually, and they needed machines to open such kind of doors or gates. And a good example was in Egypt, which is Missouri. They used steam energy to close the massive door. Then that's just all about steam energy. Let's look at the electricity. When we talk about electricity, this was derived from hydroelectric power. It was a source of energy being harvested from the waterfalls. And when you look at the science of physics, it will go deep into it. But now here in history, we just talk about how it started and the inventor. You might be somebody who is undertaking physics, but you don't know who invented electricity. So history is all about how it came to be and those people behind it, then the uses, before we go into it as far as science is concerned. So when we talk about electricity was invented by somebody, a scientist called or known as Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday, I hope you can see that. You can see that on the Michael Faraday. You can ask that in exam anytime. Who invented the electricity? It's known as Michael Faraday. And basically on the screen you can see that in 1791 to 1861. In 1831, when he invented the electric dynamo, he came up with that electric dynamo, creating an idea of him coming up with the electricity. So his principle of electromagnetic induction was the beginning of both the dynamo and the electricity motor. So the energy uses energy from coal. His electricity uses energy from coal, oil, steam, and even water to produce electricity. And we've talked about water. Currently, waterfalls produces the high amount of electricity as far as the world is concerned. So the use of electricity became widespread from 1900 or 1900 years ago, or 19th century. So that's when now electricity taking over. Even right now, the basic or the preferred electricity or the most available source of energy right now is electricity. Though there are others which provide a very high amount of energy, but they cannot be much available such as the electricity. So let's look at the uses of electricity. I know that you can even link that where you are at home. I know that you can give that even without looking at what you're going to talk about. So electricity is all about what you have right now at home. You have already known who invented it, which is Michael Faraday. Let's look at the uses. So lighting, you can look at the bulb at home, you can look at any other thing that uses light, uses electricity. So it was used for lighting and still being used for lighting. Heating and cooking, we use heating water, heating anything, you see. Then also cooking, we use electricity in cooking. Also powering machine in factories, there are factories that are using electricity power. So that enable them to generate or to what? Enable them what? To operate. Then the next, communication. Talk about communication and electricity, we have got electric signals that are used in communication gadgets. So those long time there were some booths, there were electrical line, and those electric or telephone line, there were some of the booths, and it was connected to electricity. So that means electric signal was used in communication gadgets. And you can see that. Then the next use is the last was that powering transport vehicle. electricity could be used to power transport vehicles such as electric train and electric cars. Though we don't have one in Kenya, but there are a lot of places where we have electric trains. We have it in South Africa, we have got electric train, understand? We also have electric train in other places of the world. United States of America, we have got electric cars and electric train. And other places in Africa, we also have some places where we have got electric train, as I have said, in South Africa. Then, that's all about electricity. Let's look at the bad side or the disadvantages part of it. What were the disadvantages? What are the challenges coming out of electricity before we end this part of the video? So it can be dangerous if not properly installed or used. It's very dangerous if you don't properly install it or use it. If you misuse electricity, it will mistreat you. So that was a danger behind it, or still a danger behind it. Then the next, generation and distribution of electricity is very expensive. To access it, to generate it, and also even to install it is very expensive. That's making it use limited to fewer people in the developing countries. Only most of the countries that are developed or developing are the people who are using electricity, and some few people in such countries. So electricity came up with those disadvantages. Touching electricity gadgets when your hand is very wet, when you're standing on the floor, barefoot, very dangerous. So those are the disadvantages. Let's cut it, then proceed to the next video. Thank you.